go ahead and call meeting to order. 32. Approval of minutes. Does anyone have any comments on the minutes?
Do you want a motion to approve, or do you want to approve as submitted? I'll move to approve the minutes as submitted.
I second it.
All in favor? Aye.
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 All opposed? Okay, minutes are approved. Public comment. We have a guest.
Yes. I was just pulling up your agenda. I don't know what's on the agenda for sure, but here. You want to look at that? I have it. There's extra copy right here. Oh, it's Tila's copy, but. So yes, I do have some public comment. I don't know if I have to come up there or.
Yep, come on up.
Thank you. So I think we've got garbage. Yay.
Yay!
I met with City Council June 18th and then again on July 2nd and negotiated a possible solution for all of us. I presented it to the rodeo board Monday night. They were agreeable with the situation. What we have out there right now are 8 90-gallon and 5 300-gallon. During rodeo week, what we do is the city brings out an additional 8 90s and 6 or 7 300s. The city is willing to pick all of the garbages up for $4.30 a can. And so I said, we discussed a tentative schedule, June 1 through September 30th. They would pick things up weekly because we're much more busy out there then. October 1 to May 31, they would pick the garbage up monthly. They would also be on call if there are events, additional events like out in the 4-H building that we would need additional service. So on that monthly, the cost would be $55.90. When we had our joint meeting, we discussed that we would split that 50-50. During rodeo week, of course, that's a daily charge, if my calculations are right, and I think they are, but that's $116.10 a day. But then we have to split that in half. It is considerably cheaper than the other group that we had explored. The other thing is, I just really believe in keeping that business here as much as we possibly can. They know already, the city boys already know what's going on out there, and if we have something come up, it's a quick call and we can get them out there. So in addition to that, we would have to pay the county assessment. So that would be $92.50 for you guys and $92.50 for us, the rodeo board. And that's for a year. And so I guess more than anything, I am here to confirm that this is something that you are still in agreement with. I did go ahead and have the 300s taken back out there yesterday. I have not put the 90s out, and I'm kind of holding off on that until we get confirmation from you guys. I did discuss with the city too. Currently, our lease with the county is 5 years. We're working on extending that. The city is willing to sign a 5-year lease on this, or a contract, I should say, at this rate. And that was a big plus in my book, the way things are going up everywhere else. So if we could get it locked in at that, we thought that that might be a good idea. I don't know, questions from you guys? Huh?
Sorry I was late.
Oh, you're good.
You're right.
I do have a question, Lisa. So, during, I guess, like the weekly pickup, will they always charge us for all 13 cans, or do they charge just by how many cans they empty? Like if we
How
stash
many they
some of
tip.
them?
Yes.
Like on less busy
Yeah,
weeks,
it is
if we
how
stash
many
them?
that they actually tip.
Okay.
And good question, because we talked about that. Actually, they have a counter on their truck.
Oh.
So when they come in, they're going to set that counter. And so we would be smart to, if there's a little bit in one can or a couple of cans, to consolidate, in my mind.
Yeah.
Or just keep
'Cause I'm-
some.
Just keep like the big ones and then maybe bring out the
Yeah.
little ones
Yeah, yeah,
for bigger events.
right.
Yeah.
Let's see, there was something else I was going to tell you. Oh, in order to expedite this, the rodeo board is willing to just have it all in their name so that we don't have to jump through all the hoops. And then we would, when we get an invoice from the city and then of course the county for the assessment, then Row would just bill you guys for your share.
Do you know, do they bill
On a month.
monthly?
I said that is what needed to happen,
Okay.
unless you guys are telling me differently, but to me, financially, that would be easier to budget something like that.
Okay.
And like you said, if we stash some of those cans,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I think that's a smart thing.
I do too. Wheel some of those smaller ones into the commercial
Mhm.
boat unless we have something
Mhm.
big for the weekend.
And that's part of, I mean, there's an event out there tonight and Saturday, and those 90s are not, I'm not putting them out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, the other thing, that's what I was going to tell you too. Because of my multiple hats out there, I have seen different things that have happened out there. And I know that garbage is something that is on a lot of the counties. One of their talking points, the residents. And I know that the rodeo board holds the lease on there. I am of the mindset, and they did agree, but there are people that are dumping their garbage out there. I've witnessed it myself. And so, though it is really convenient for all of us to just have those gates unlocked all the time, I don't think we can do that anymore. I just don't. I don't think that the fair board can afford it. I don't think that the rodeo board can afford to be dumping and paying for other people's garbage. And so, and there's a key at the sheriff's office, so if people are wanting to ride or doing whatever, their meetings, they're gonna have to start checking the key out. I just don't know any other way.
I watch
It's
people on
gonna-
Main Street here come when they're campers. They pull up to the curb, they get out, they put them in the cans out on the
Yeah.
sidewalk. So.
Yeah, Chuck and I have, it's interesting, some of the things you see out there. So, and I've not chosen to do that now because I wanted to be able to talk to you guys first. But-
Karen, did you have a question?
Just wondered how many gate keys do you have?
I have 2 gate keys. Well, 2 actually. I have 3 in my possession. That's what we had asked for on the lease, because I have
Right.
one for each rental set of keychains that I have, and then one for my personal.
Mm-hmm.
And Allison has one. Yeah.
And then Jason has one,
I
right?
believe so, yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
And I'm, if somebody has a meeting or whatever, I am more than happy. I mean, Chuck and I are out there morning and night anyhow. So if somebody's going to have a meeting, I can leave the gate open for that amount of time if we're out there and that. I'm just trying to save us all some money.
Mhm.
So,
In
and I
lieu
hate to
of-
be that way.
Yeah, in
I
lieu of
do.
usage, though, but that's, at the same time, don't do that.
But,
You know,
but
figure
even
something else
behind
out.
the courthouse, people come.
Yeah.
I see it over at
Oh,
the school too.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Yeah.
are you kidding
Yeah.
me?
I know that in bigger counties, it's always a liability risk, so they do it in bigger counties. They
Mhm.
fence it off and
Well, and
lock
for a
it
long
too.
time, ours was locked.
Yeah.
And we were trying, I had several trailers that pulled in this weekend and slept for a few hours, dumped their horses in a pen. And, I lived that life for a long time. And I would like to think that we could still do that. And I would way prefer to have somebody pull in, sleep for a couple hours and give their horses a rest than to pile up an outfit and kill
Mhm.
somebody or horses or
Mhm.
But a lot of them also have my phone number, and if somebody's
Mhm.
coming in, I will let them in.
Is there a sign that says they can call?
My phone number's on the gate.
Okay, I was gonna
Okay,
say you
well,
or Jess or
Yeah.
something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What does the gate sign say? I guess I haven't. Does it say something about the
It
sheriff's
needs-
office key or?
It does not.
Okay.
It
Maybe
does need to be.
If we're gonna keep it locked, maybe we should update it with
Mhm, mhm,
even like the fair office phone number,
mhm.
your phone and the fact that a key can be checked out from the dispatch window.
Yeah,
I think that's
yeah. We talked. Excuse me. We talked about that. That it's pretty faded,
Mhm.
and it's a little bit out of date because I was the one that was doing all of the scheduling at that point,
Yeah.
and so
And
it does need to be updated.
putting the dispatch phone number and address, maybe. Kind of
We could put like the non-emergency
first,
number
so
maybe
that-
up there
Mhm.
in case they have.
you guys aren't getting.
I mean, I don't know. I don't want to cause them too much trouble, too
I
much more
know.
work. So I don't know about phone number. Maybe just say a key. A key is available at the sheriff's office
They can always Google
from
where
the
it's at.
dispatch window or something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
I think that'd be a good idea.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to go back on budget, right? And request a little more funding for this, or is this something that we can cover with the budget that
Well, so we just did budgets,
we have? Okay, yeah.
but I will probably have to do like an amendment of some sort since it will be a reoccurring expense and
Mhm.
just to keep it clean, like on the county budget wise, but.
And is this something that we can vote on under rental update? Does it fall under there?
Sure, yeah.
Sorry, I just got all the info.
It is. It's completely
It's part of our
rental.
rentals.
It is.
It
Very
is.
important part.
Yeah, I did the Fambaroonie note that was out there. I pulled out like
Right.
3 of the big cans and I had told them, I was like, well, you guys might have to dump them like on Friday, take them into
Mhm.
town and dump them.
Mhm.
And then I told them they could leave it in and then I would dump them on Monday, but they.
No, they
removed-
took care of
they
everything.
removed
They were
everything.
very good.
They
We
were-
were out there several times
Mhm.
with water and that, so,
So I was thankful that they did that, but.
yeah.
And there's a way to get a hold of them, like after hours on weekends and stuff, if something happened to come up, or we need to plan ahead a little
We
bit.
need to kind of plan ahead, if we need to look at our calendar. And so, I talked to Eric when he brought the 300s out, and I said that it would probably either you or me that would be calling and requesting additional service during those times, but those would be pretty few and far between. That or we ask people to haul their garbage. We did it at Ag Day, and that was a bunch of garbage. So,
Are there other questions?
So the monthly rate, October So June, July, August, September, so 4 months out of the year, the rate's gonna kind of fluctuate. with
It
the year, and
is.
It's gonna depend on
Yeah,
how many cans are filled. But the rest of the time, it'll be $55.90
yeah,
per month, and then once a year it'll be the county assessment split. And these are the total prices, not our split prices. that I'm
correct,
writing on here, so.
correct.
Okay.
And then how many days of fare for the 11610? Is that Thursday through or?
They will bring the additional ones out there by Wednesday, no later than Wednesday. So we'll have additional service Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And if we need it, they can come back out on Tuesday. I didn't foresee that we would need it, but he was willing to do that if need be.
Okay. And honestly, I don't know, like, there's a lot of other things happening on Thursday, but like without the concert on Wednesday this year, there's not really gonna be much going on out there, because vendors won't be coming in on Wednesday.
Oh, they will not, okay.
Since the concert's on Thursday night, we don't, yeah.
Okay, and they'll actually just be bringing
So if they,
the
yeah, if they drop
extras
them off,
out then,
they don't have to empty or anything on Wednesday.
okay. Yeah,
I know, I wouldn't think
Well,
so.
and-
I mean,
and-
we'll have barns set up on Monday, but we shouldn't fill any cans from barn setup
Oh, no.
and from like live, or interviews, 4-H interviews and open class drop off, we shouldn't be overflowing. So-
and I mean, like on our side, it's a small crowd
Mhm.
on Thursday night, so I'm thinking Friday morning,
Yeah, I
probably
might
the
not
first
even
time
have to
that we
empty
would
them on
need
Thursday
to,
either. Save us a couple bucks.
especially with those additional cans out there,
Mhm. Yeah,
so,
I think let's shoot for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and
okay, I'll talk to
see
Eric
what they
then.
look like Tuesday then.
Okay.
And their normal pickup day will be Thursday?
It still will be
Okay.
Thursday, and they do, they do have a key to get out there. They've always had one in case it was locked at that time.
Okay.
I just asked them, told them what my plan, or Rodeo Board's plan was, once we talked to you guys, if that was good with all of you guys too. And so I just asked them that if it's locked, please make sure it's locked when you leave too.
I think the extended lease is honestly a good idea too.
And they are, the other on that, because I did say, we're trying to extend it further, so would you be willing to extend it as well? And they will be. So,
Okay.
okay.
Appreciate the update.
Yeah.
There's no more questions?
I think, like Karen said, that'll fall under our rentals update in our new business and we
Okay,
can vote.
no, that's fine.
And then,
Okay.
do you want me to just text you later? And-
No, I'm gonna go ahead and stay. I miss you guys so much.
We miss you.
Okay, thank you. Correspondence.
Nothing.
Okay. All right, let's, Taylor, any updates on open class?
Yeah. Can't remember if I updated at the last meeting. I don't know if I was here. Nope, I wasn't. Okay, so we met on June 4th and had our kind of just regular meeting, planning again for decorations and any last minute items that we need. We did have a few articles put into the newspaper, right, Jess? Yeah. From the superintendent, so that was great. Tonight we have a work session right after this meeting. We will be creating or making our signs for display, and then planning like a little interactive activity for people when they're in there. They can put their name and their date of when they settled in their country roots on this route display that we're going to have, and it's a little cowboy boot, so trying to keep with the theme on something that people can get active and maybe add to the fair. So that's tonight. We will be setting up. Monday, we'll decorate 4 p.m. and then our big day is the 31st. We have our open class members for people that have registered. It looks like there was a pretty good turnout. I'll just go over the high level that Jess gave me here. Thanks, Jess. For agronomy, we have 4 entries, culinary arts, 30, fine arts. Oops, sorry, Lauren.
You're fine.
Painting and artwork, 42. Fine arts, photo, 52. Literature, 7. Home arts, there's 30 quilts this year. And then 12 other home art items, 10 Lego entries, and then 40 other home crafts. Horticulture pre-registered, which is 40, so that's exciting. That doesn't have to be registered that day of, right?
Yeah, they can bring in.
Yeah, sorry, they can bring it in the day of, so there may be more interest in that. And then there's 6 in livestock, so that's exciting. I don't think we've had that in a while, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that's exciting for us. I guess I'm pretty happy looking at these numbers. We'll have lots of work to do.
They are down from last year
They are, okay.
by almost 100.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. But like our photography and literature last year, we had 96 entries in that, and this year we have 59. So we have way less photos. And so I don't know why. I don't know what the story is on that. But like quilts, this year we have 30 quilts, and last year we had 30 total entries in home art. And so I sent Des the information on the quilt so she could kind of start seeing the sizes and stuff, because I think it'll be, last year we didn't have very many, but the year before we had a lot of quilts, didn't we? So I think it's going to be kind of like that 2022 quilt numbers. 4-H building, Tansy, for livestock. Yep.
I also think, just speaking from what I did, I know that I entered in a bunch of them and I hope to get them done, and then a lot of people don't. So I'd be curious to know, from the photos, how many we paid out last year, if all of those turned out. Just curious. I don't know, but because that also was.
I think we deleted all of our entries that didn't show up, didn't we? All of our scratches. So those should be the numbers that we
were
actually
okay,
paid.
cool,
Yeah.
great.
But like 4-H wise, the numbers are up for our animals and education displays. The numbers are up by 50. The 4-H indoor numbers are down by about 30. So overall, we're down by like 80 overall entries in 4-H and open class. So, yeah.
So welcome any advice or input that people have on how to get those numbers up. I know that I shared on Facebook, but I'll just say I think we live a really busy world these days. Everyone's involved in everything, and so just one more thing to add to the list is always a bit of a challenge, but I'll keep continuing to do my best. I think that's all that I have to update on. I don't know where that. Here we go. Yep.
When you guys get an entry, you guys get their contact information, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys reach out yearly to them if they've entered the year before? As like a reminder? Because I feel like deadlines always, I'm good at missing deadlines. Like for simple things like that aren't like a priority.
Yeah.
We actually probably could do that
Yeah, we
through
could,
Fair Entry
because
very
the
easily.
Fair Entry program collects all that information, so I'm sure there's some sort of report I can run with all the email addresses.
Like maybe like a 2 week out and then like a couple of days before.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
It's a great idea because even I actually had started it and then I was traveling when I did it and I didn't finish. I wanted to get home and look at what I had. And thank goodness Jess reminded me. She's like, you need to finish. I was like, oh, yes, I do. So reminders are great for everyone.
Yeah.
So that's a great idea.
Yeah, because
if people start entering and like set up their exhibitor and like maybe add 1 or 2 entries and then like don't submit it, it shows up in my thing as an open invoice, and so I can see those people.
Okay.
And so like I emailed all of them a few days ahead. You know, it's like, hey, you know, it looks like you started stuff, but you didn't submit it yet, so it's not like entered. You know, did you change your mind? And a few of them went back in and finished it and submitted, but
Or even from, like you're saying, people from last year.
Yeah,
They're probably
just-
interested and just didn't get to it.
Because
yeah.
I always tell myself I'm going to do it, and I forget. So if I had a reminder, I would.
It might be helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will try to figure out a good spot to put that in.
I also have a question, actually. Is there a reason or I just don't know, behind the July 9th date on why we close it then?
because there's a lot to do after that.
Okay. Okay.
Like I have like 10 days pretty much to put together all the 4-H families packets, print tags, print back tags, print reports, print the show reports, print the entry reports that go to the 4-H members because they pick it up before Fair Week. So it's kind of
So that's
the
a
amount
4-H
of time I
deadline too.
need.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's the amount of time that the office needs to, and like even livestock committee needs to know how many swine are coming so they can plan out the barn, how many pens they need,
Okay.
all that kind of stuff,
So for like, because open class isn't necessarily the 4-H stuff, even on the animal side of things, do you think we could maybe for future, and we don't have to discuss it today, but push it back potentially? It would just, if anything, give the 4-Hers more of an opportunity longer to enter something into the open class.
the only reason we keep it the same is because it's one more date rather than somebody's in, but I thought I had till,
Oh.
you know, and if they don't realize the difference between the 4-H and the open class, that it's two totally separate things.
Got it.
That was, we tried to simplify it, because as we know, they don't always read everything.
yeah.
Or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just curious.
I mean, I kind of agree with that. I mean, technically, I probably could, like, if 4-H closed, I could get all their stuff done while open class is still open for, like, a few more days or whatever. And I could still get, because, like, I haven't started tags, and I get all the 4-H stuff done first because it's picked up.
Yeah, that's
And everything else
understandable.
comes to fair with me.
Right.
And so it just has to be done by Friday before Fair Week.
Right.
But everything else has to be done a little bit faster.
It's just an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
It's, we probably would pick up some stuff if we had, people aren't thinking fair yet.
No,
They
because
think
even
fair
just
the
I'm
week
like,
before,
I
you know?
need my reminders for the boot decorating contest because it's already whatever today is, the 11th of July.
Yeah. 2 weeks.
I'm still in May,
We
so
only have 2 full weeks till fair.
yeah. So an extra 2 weeks just in my world would be fabulous, but I know that life doesn't work that way. So, anyways, that's all for my update.
Val?
Well, our food vendors are full. I have had a couple more food vendors, or one more lady checked into me. Well, actually 2. The guys that were here last year with the waffle,
Waffle cones? Oh.
funnel cakes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, and I told them that we were full, but if I had any cancellations, I would let them know. Our commercial vendors, we have, right now we have 4 outside vendors, 5 outside vendors. We have the PTA will be putting on their carnival on Saturday. We have Glow City, we have Broadwater Weed, and Touch of Wellness is a lady who comes and she, just a minute, she works with animals.
Is that the D lady?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, she, I can't remember. Something red something.
Oh, like infrared
Yeah,
therapy.
yeah. She does people and on animals. And then we have the lady that's going to bring her little trailer, and it's called, it has kids' toys and cowboy hats. So, and we might set her up underneath the awning next to the 4-H building if she can back in there. She just doesn't want to take everything out of her trailer, and it's just a 10x6 trailer. So if she's a good backer upper or pull forward and get her all the way through, then we can do that. I talked to Steve and Marcel with the coolers. They were frantically, I sent out email today, and they were frantically filling in up their application, so they'll be there. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 indoor exhibitors right now. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 6 indoors exhibitors right now. I did send some more reminders out, telling them that they do have, you know, if they forgot or whatever, that we do have time for them to still get in an application. So that's all I have.
And we do have the Girl Scout van coming on Saturday.
Yeah.
So when we plan things, we kind of have to remember to like save a spot. Because she said they can, I think they usually do things like near the van. I think all the supplies are in there,
Okay.
but then they usually like set up some tables outside by it. So when we're planning,
I'll save those like last two, keep those last 2 open down by that one gate where everybody does all the kids stuff.
Mhm.
And then that should be, then we can keep it kind of all in the same area.
Yeah. Okay.
Laura, rodeo.
The last we met with you guys last time, right on the, and then after I don't think there was. Yeah. Oh, this Monday. Oh. Don't on that one. I don't get reminders.
Oh, you don't?
I didn't on that one. Okay.
I know Tanya didn't show because she had her surgery.
Okay. Sometimes I get reminders, sometimes I don't. Okay, well, Lisa might know if there's anything, because I don't.
We were just finalizing awards and we did have a question on the MOUs for the mower and the barn. We need to
Yes.
finalize.
I will email Lindsay because she said that they're being reviewed.
Oh, okay.
So I will email her and ask her if there's any update on those. Because I know last thing she told me about it was we haven't forgotten. And I said okay. So,
Yeah. And then the only other question that we had was if you have been able to secure ATMs.
yes, and I did email Win that.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
He didn't tell us.
Okay. Yes. I called like within a couple days actually. I was pretty proud of myself. And they are able to do it at the beer garden.
Oh, perfect.
Okay. All they need is an electrical outlet. So they may have to like run it in and through. Yep. So they're bringing 2. One for the 4-H building, one for the beer garden, and let me look back at my text so I can, because I told him when it would be. He'll be delivering Thursday around 3 to 4 p.m. And so he'll just need access into the beer garden to plug it in when he does it, to set it up.
Sure.
But Wynn said like there'll be a lot of people around. And then he'll be picking it up Sunday around 5 to 6 p.m.
And you have that gentleman's.
Yeah, I have a business
contact
card from him.
information. Okay,
Mhm.
so then is he going to be able to, was it Saturday last year that we
Well,
ran out of money?
He can check it, like on his phone.
Oh.
And so, yeah, so he can,
Technology.
yeah.
I love it.
yeah, he can watch it on the phone and see what's in there, and
Okay.
so that's why I asked him. I said, well, did you have to come and fill it? He's like, oh, I can come and fill it whenever it's low. I can tell. It gives me an alert. So
Perfect.
yeah,
Perfect.
so hopefully he will do it whenever it gets low.
Could we also have a sign maybe above them, that just says where the second ATM is, so if
Yeah,
it
that's
does
it.
run out,
Yeah.
then they can,
I'm sure we could print something off
and just stick it.
put it
you know,
on each one and be like, there's another one in
Right.
the first building. There's
Yeah,
another
yeah.
one at the
Right.
playground.
That way,
Okay.
if one does run out, then we don't get asked.
Yes.
Randy
People
doesn't
aren't
get asked.
frantic. They
Yeah.
get frantic.
And last year he brought that big like flag thing.
Yes.
Remember like the big wind
Yeah,
flag
it
that
came
said
up
like
on my
ATM?
feed when I was doing some stuff today, and I went,
Mm-hmm. So I'm sure he'll bring at least one. I don't know if we would want one by the beer garden, or if that's too close to like the horses and stuff. Or
Might. We might have room down there.
I guess if he brings it and he'll probably ask whoever's down there when he sets it up, and see if there's one.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
we'll definitely put one outside the 4-H building.
Okay. Let's see. I think that's pretty much it there. So, okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Karen, 4-H update.
So we've got our judges pretty much secured, our entries we heard about. Got our decorations planned. So we're doing good for today. Just do you have anything else for?
Like maybe camping. So they have a camping plan that's being actually presented to the livestock committee tonight at 7. They're meeting at the 4-H building. So it's kind of, I guess, it's a proposal at this point, but just so everybody knows, they're still staying like in their 4-H camping area. Livestock committee is taking care of it, but this year they will be doing like a sign up, first come first serve for all the inside the ground spots. And there's gonna be 11 spots for people, and so they're gonna just say like, it opens on X date. The first 11 people that go to the extension office and sign their name and pay $10 get to have those inside spots, and then everyone else parks outside. So that just because it gets a little crazy and people start bringing campers in way early just because they want to get a spot, and so.
They said they cleared the time, so I think it's 4 after 4. So.
Daniel texted me this morning, I think it was, and I said, nobody until 4 o'clock. I said, oh, I just can't.
Yeah.
I gotta be able to make sure that I've got everything done inside. And so if I can be assured that nobody's gonna pull a camper in before 4, then that gives me a little leeway.
And this should alleviate it. Nobody should be in a hurry because those people have spots.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
So they can bring it on Thursday if they want to, and
And
they
I
still
think-
will have their spot.
They'll kind of monitor them too as they park, and then same.
Yeah,
They'll make sure that we'll try and do the lines rather than the wagon wheels just for.
the livestock committee is in charge of it all. They're gonna flag it off or measure it off. They're going to make sure the right people. They're doing like the enforcing, and picking it up afterwards, or the signage and stuff for flags or whatever. So.
I actually did, the pivot corner's already mowed. With it as dry as it is, I didn't want to wait too awful long, and so I mowed it about 2 weeks ago. Because I don't want to be the one responsible for any fires and that hay going up. So, it is mowed. I don't know if they're going to use or want to use any of those orange and white barriers. I don't know how many are out there right now. The county came and got a bunch of them. TJ called me and they had to use them down at the fire. So there's a bunch of them that are gone. So I don't know if the livestock committee is planning on using those at all. But that will be something you probably better kind of play by ear.
Okay. I'm sure they probably were planning on using that to.
They usually use something just as a barrier between
So
the two.
4-H on one
I mean,
side,
not that they
rodeo
would need
on the other.
it's solid, they
Yeah,
could
yeah.
just put.
And I know there's some out there still right now, Karen. I just did not.
And we'll be
I was
able
busy
to.
doing other stuff, so I didn't count to see what each took or anything.
We'll be able to remove the ones from under the pavilion.
Yes.
So that would probably be enough right there.
Those will stay
Almost.
until Monday night, because
Yeah.
there's enough things going on out there. I just don't want somebody under there.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's see, public relations, once again, we can do a couple of press releases for some of the bigger newspapers. Independent Record is willing to do something like that. I have not gotten a call back from the Bozeman Daily Chronicle, and that's not really a surprise. What do you guys think? Is it worth pursuing something outside of town, or do you want to just stick with kind of the press releases with the local newspaper?
I'm sorry. The Bozone, that website down there, has the entire schedule. I already gave it to them,
Okay.
so it's been published down there.
Yep, okay.
And there's an ad in the Three Forks Voice, and what's their magazine, Lifestyles, or
Yeah,
so they have like a free publication. There's an ad in that one too, and then
gal from, I have to look, a gal from Three Forks, they were gonna put it on their bulletin board thing. She contacted me the other day, and so I gave it to her.
I just talked to MT43 News yesterday. We have the same ad that I ran in Three Forks Voice, which is kind of like a general one. It just has like the dates and the website. Just it says, rodeo, 4-H shows and sale, vendors, blah, blah, blah. That one will be in the newspaper on the 19th, and then on the 26th, I talked to her, and I'm going to actually do an insert, like a one-page front and back insert for the MT43 News that comes out on Friday the 26th, because it's actually not super expensive. Thought that it would be way more expensive than it is. You just have to provide your own 700 copies. So that will be 700 copies of, I think on one side of it, it's going to be, I think I'll probably do like our this poster, the small version of our poster on one side, and the other side will be, and if you guys have anything else specific you think, like this is what's on the back of the insert page that's inside of our fair book. So it's concert, the pie eating contest, food decorating contest, and then sponsors. And so I don't know if there's anything else specific we want to highlight on the back side of that. I have to have that ran and dropped off to the IR by the 24th. So I'm I haven't really put tons of thought into it this week just because I've been doing all the fair entry things. So, so that will be coming.
So there's quite a bit of coverage already anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think about the Bozone either. I had forgotten about that.
She actually contacted me.
Did she?
I did not contact her. But yeah, I sent it out. And I have put stuff of our fair and rodeo on Beaverhead Classified, Marr County, Helena, Gallatin.
Like on social media, is it?
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On Facebook, have you ever paid for the sponsor deal?
We did once.
And you did it not?
We didn't, Fair Board actually did it, and we just didn't feel like.
Okay, yeah.
We get visitors.
We didn't get the bang
Yeah, for your buck.
buck that we thought maybe we would. But I don't know, maybe it's different now.
I think there's some special science to it because you know what I mean. There's always stuff
Yeah.
that shows up, and I'm like, "What did you pay for me to see that?"
Because you were talking about it and your phone heard
I
you.
hate that.
I know.
You know too much about my life.
I do have an Instagram for the fairgrounds. I started it like 2 years ago, but I don't do like anything on Instagram, so I don't know really what to do. But it's probably something that we should probably try to do.
Yeah.
So, are you good at Instagram? Either of you?
I haven't.
I
don't
have
even
it, yeah.
Instagram.
I'll take a try at it
Yeah,
if you'd
it's-
like.
Okay. I don't know. I mean,
I feel like
besides
it's
just like
what the
posting
kids use
things.
these
It
days.
is.
Yeah.
You'll hit a whole different crowd.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what.
Yeah.
So
I think
There
that's a good
was
idea.
'cause we have an Instagram that
Mhm.
we shared before.
yeah, we.
So,
Even if you
I
just
don't even. I'd have to look back and see what the name is. Even I don't.
You go.
oh
Read
just
and look.
get some of your really good photos of whatever to catch someone's eye on Instagram of any, like some of the best ones, whether it's with the fair or the rodeo or whatever. But that does, someone will read the description and it'll catch their eye.
And a lot of times if you post on Instagram, you can, it
Yes.
goes to Facebook at the
Mhm,
same
yeah, you
time.
can connect
you
it.
can, so you're only having to post once.
I can look into it better. Because I know the next couple weeks I need to spend more time on our Facebook too, and like I have to get all my Fair Board sponsors up there. So
Yeah, we should get active. 2 posts
see, I told you. Good try.
from 2019 was the last.
Oh, so that was before me then. That's not me.
Maybe we
That
should
must be
restart
me.
and delete those 2 posts.
Yeah, we should. We have 110 followers. That's a start.
So is that just the Fairboard one?
Well, I can tell you it says Broadwater County, Montana. Townsend, Broadwater County. Oh, so that might not even be us.
No.
No, it's not.
Okay, well then I can't
I
find a
just
rodeo
posted
one.
Did you-
yesterday on some stuff and it should be, it's on both.
What's it called? Do you know?
Fairchild.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna move on while you guys are doing that. Do we have a budget review, Jessica?
I didn't do a whole thing. Like I said, we just did all the budget stuff with the county, and I know there's some changes for that. Like our utilities is now, they're taking everything that we budgeted for utilities and it's going into like one big utility budget and maintenance that the maintenance guys are gonna keep track of. So we still like have what we budgeted to spend, but everything, all the bills go to them. Like I ordered paper towels and stuff, and so I give it to them and they pay it and they keep track of our, so I think it's gonna be more difficult, honestly, because now I have to keep track of it anyways, and then they have to do it too, so now 2 people are keeping track of things, but anyways.
And does that now, if you were to move monies around a little bit, obviously that's ends up being kind of off the table,
Yes,
right?
well,
Because it is
so I'll
what
have
it is,
to ask.
right?
I'm guessing that the garbage is gonna be through there because all of
Right.
our power utility and stuff is,
I would consider that a utility.
so, yeah, I'm gonna have to spend some time on that. As far as like fair expenses, we have, like Karen was saying, all the judges, we know what all of our judges, so we have our livestock judge. He is $500 plus $150 for travel, for mileage. Horse judge doesn't want payment this year. Dog judge gets $60. Our small animal judge is coming from, I think, Red Lodge, and so I think their fee is like $60 also, but her mileage is like over $300. Blue Belly Junction, $2,500. Travis Reagan, Jasper, Eshelman, and Ty Steele are $150 each. Our inflatable, that's coming on Saturday too. It's a big, I got a 56-foot obstacle course, but it's only going to be from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock because it was way too expensive for 5 hours. Because it's still $1,049 for 3 hours. Mariah Romo is the one who's going to do our restroom cleaning and maintenance for the yellow bathrooms. And we have our security guard for $400. And then we do have 8 indoor judges. Those are $30 a piece. And we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 open class judges. Those are $45 a piece. So that's kind of our fair expenses as of right now. I did order decorating supplies.
Great.
So.
Okay. Okay, so on to the 2024 fair. The concert is pretty set. We've got a truck for them, right? Trailer for them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And I did follow up with him about the sound check. No problem with sound check being done by 5:45.
Perfect.
So, and then I pretty much told him like we won't be starting it until all the announcing and stuff is done in the arena, and then hopefully as soon as it's done, we can get it started right away, just because I don't want to go too late. And then they'll probably just play for an hour and a half from whatever time they start, which hopefully I'm hoping will be around 7:30. Our youth rodeo, are their numbers up or pretty average?
I don't honestly know.
Okay.
I would think that they're fairly steady just because of who lives here.
Okay.
But I can't speak to that.
Because that's what Lauren had looked into and asked what approximately they thought on time, and 7:30 was the time that they had given us. So that's what we're hoping for working. But
Pretty close to that.
I do have wristbands. I ordered wristbands to send out to sponsors that will be like their VIP area wristbands. So that I do need to get on that, get them delivered. Val, did you ever check with Hensley Potatoes?
I didn't, but I just saw him going into there, and I
Oh.
thought, I'm going to call him. I'm going to call him. I'll
Okay.
call him
'Cause
tomorrow.
I was gonna try to get the sponsor signs ordered,
Yeah, I'll call him tomorrow.
like soon.
Yeah, I promise I'll
Okay.
call him tomorrow.
Okay.
I want to write it down here so I don't forget. I should just text Stephanie, tell her to tell Timmy to call me.
That sounds like the entertainment is set on that as well.
I think so. Yep.
Tent setup.
So I think that should be good too. I did see Brett Poe, and he will be in charge. So what did we say last time? 7? I think 7 p.m. is
Shooting
what
for
we
7, yeah.
said. I'll roll it out on Monday and get it tied together and everything, so it'll be ready to go. But strong backed people to swing sledgehammers if you can find them.
I think Casey was the best last year.
She-
I'll bring her. She's great.
Yep.
Okay. And then, thank you signs.
I will follow up tomorrow with him.
Okay.
Could be done for all I know, I just haven't, but, so.
It's okay. Okay, so on the rental update, I guess we'll go ahead and take care of the garbage thing. Quick and dirty, it looks like the most we're probably gonna spend is $1,000 over the course of a year.
Yeah, because our monthly rate split in half will be about $28 for 8 months out of the year, and it could possibly be. It should be less than $28 per week for those 4 months.
That's, yeah, I think that $1,000 is probably more than we need, but that would be the maximum.
Yeah.
So, okay. Are there any final questions or thoughts on that?
Do we have to move to approve that? I move to approve that we work with a rodeo club, rodeo group, in order to get garbages done for the fair and rodeo, and then for the remaining of the year as well.
And that will pay 50%.
And that we will pay 50% of the costs.
Second.
Who did? Who seconded?
Karen.
Karen. Okay.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, motion passes.
As far as other rentals, there really hasn't been anything new come in. Actually, I lied. There's a wedding in October. I don't know if I told you about there. We do have a wedding in October. We just had that big rental over 4th of July week. They did use electricity, but they paid. So.
There was a lot of people out there. I
There
was like, wow,
They
that's
said they had
exciting.
115
That's
at their
great.
family reunion. So.
Yeah, that's good.
Nice.
Yep.
I guess back to the garbage, I do appreciate your work,
Oh, yes.
and I appreciate the city working with us. That's very nice.
I extended our thanks multiple times, actually. Because they could have told us no.
thanks for heading that up and for rodeo board for being willing to be like the contract holder.
Yeah.
So,
It's gonna be easier, I think, to do it that way.
yeah.
So what have you noted, MOU for?
I have
Portion
I
of
have
that.
stars by MOUs to follow up for, so we can get the ones, because we usually update those in April of every year, so.
Okay. And then I guess as far as the contract, if the city's willing to go more, I don't,
Oh, to extend
to
the
extend
5-year
the
contract?
5-year,
Yeah.
or, I mean,
But you hold a 5-year right now?
Right now, yes, I mean, the
Okay.
lease that we have is not 100% finalized. Corey has it.
The county lease she's talking about.
Okay,
the
I'm
rodeo
talking
board.
about the lease with the city, like the.
Right now, it's 5 years.
It's a 5,
And-
okay.
And I have not seen the paperwork yet.
Okay.
Vicky has not gotten it to me
Okay.
yet, or she's not gotten it, maybe,
okay.
too.
But
and
we-
I'm-
But if our county
if we were
rodeo
able
lease
to
extends, then we can extend the
that
city
lease
garbage.
sheet, and
Okay, to
yes,
match it.
the city is willing to match that.
Okay. Yeah, it's just nice to know that it's taken care of for that
For an
long.
extended amount
Yeah.
of time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, so thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much. And
Yep.
I know that other people helped too, so thank you.
Jessica?
Jessica, thanks to Jessica too.
Appreciate it. All right, let's go ahead and adjourn.
6:29.